We'll move now to the other main story of the time, and it's extremely dangerous on the streets of Cairo tonight as supporters and opponents of the Egyptian government face off against each other. Hundreds of people have been injured in the latest violence, which broke out when supporters of President Hosni Mubarak laid siege to thousands of anti-government protesters. It's the first time a large number of pro-Mubarak activists have hit the streets, and there's speculation many of them were actually riot police dressed in plain clothes. Correspondent Philip Williams sent this report from Cairo.
It was the worst of outcomes. Instead of a peaceful revolution, war in the streets of Cairo. Petrol bombs, just one weapon in a deadly arsenal. After days of push, this was the pushback, as thousands of seemingly well-organised Mubarak supporters were determined to confront and crush their enemies. Anti-Mubarak demonstrators were surrounded. The fighting raged just outside the Cairo Museum.
This is the full-scale confrontation now, and it's very, very dangerous indeed. You can see the rocks flying over here, and we now have, there's a man over there being grabbed. This is very, very ugly indeed.
Paving stones were smashed and hurled at each other, the army unwilling or unable to intervene. Many suffered injuries, mostly head wounds from the rocks. Some were clearly in serious trouble. There was even a charge into the anti-Mubarak crowd by men on horseback and even on a camel. Those caught on the wrong side were beaten and dragged over to an army checkpoint, their faces bloodied, this man pleading his innocence. There was little mercy on either side.
We're not sure which group, but as we were basically pushed aside up an alley and then set upon, basically attacked by one mob, while other individuals attempted to shield us while we beat a retreat.
According to the anti-Mubarak forces, this was a planned attack aimed at creating chaos.
They're trying to get the Egyptians to kill each other. They said that to be supporters with horses and camels so that they can be violent with us, so that we would kill each other. Mubarak!
But despite the blood and the fear, the anger has only intensified. And the determination this time they will not be crushed. Some of the protesters have left the square, but many remain, facing firebombs and even gunfire. Philip Williams, ABC News, Cairo.